The popularity of bear hunting is exploding across North America. Now, it's especially true in the upper Midwest, but it's also true in Canada and the eastern and western and even the southern parts of the United States. Listen to this. In Wisconsin last year, 146,000 people applied for the 15,000 bear licenses. In Minnesota, 25,000 people applied for 4,000 bear hunting licenses. And in Michigan, there are 6,000 tags and 73,000 people applied for those tags. What's going on with this explosion in popularity of bear hunting? Well, I have some theories, and I'm going to share them with you today. I'm going to tell you 5 things. It's kind of the perfect storm of all these things that are sort of coming together that's caused this explosion in popularity of bear hunting. The first one is that bear populations are expanding. There's more black bears in North America than in any time in the last 100+ years. Several states have added black bear hunting seasons to deal with the growing populations of black bears. They're moving into new areas where they traditionally haven't been. So this expansion of black bear populations and growing numbers of bears is fueling part of this. And another angle on this particular one is that a lot of deer hunters are looking at where they hunt and they realize that there's a lot of teeth in the woods right now, and deer populations are going down in many areas because of the number of black bears and the number of wolves and the number of fawns that they eat. So part of this is that people that like to hunt elk and deer and moose, they're thinking we got to control this predator population to get the numbers of the ungulate population back up. Number 2, a lot of people know that deer hunting is extremely popular. There's millions of people that take to the woods every fall to hunt deer in North America. But when deer hunters get to the point where they just want to try something else, it's not usually other species like elk or moose or something like that. It's black bears. Bears are the number 2 big game animal in North America that people like to go after when they kind of get to the point in their deer hunting where they just are ready to try something else. And black bears are exciting. They're a predator. They have killed people. They can kill you. They probably won't, but they can, and that adds another angle to it, and people are looking for something a little bit more exciting. So more and more deer hunters are going after black bears. A big component to this is that there's a lot of deer hunters that took up bow hunting. It exploded in popularity in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, and there's a lot of bow hunters, and they're beginning to realize that bear hunting is like ideal, especially hunting over bait. It's just an ideal sport for bow hunters because the animal's going to be close for you. You're concealed in a tree stand. If you're patient, you're going to get a really good shot and make a quick, clean kill on that bear. So there's a large number of bow hunters and, yes, crossbow hunters that are migrating towards black bears. So bear baiting is absolutely ideal for bow hunters and crossbow hunters. And the challenge of bear baiting is extremely attractive because it's rewarding, it's challenging, it's difficult to get a mature bear to come in during legal shooting hours, and people are looking for a challenge like that. And that's increased the popularity as people have really begun to better understand bear baiting. A lot of people used to think you could just throw a pile of donuts out in the wood and shoot the first bear that walks up. Well, it's nothing like that at all. And people are beginning to realize that it's really fun and challenging. It's difficult, and people are looking for a challenge, and it's a perfect match for that. There are a little over 30 states and Canadian provinces that use bear baiting as a bear management and population control tool. So there's lots of opportunity out there for bear hunters who want to bait bears or go on a guided bear hunt. And speaking of guided bear hunts, they're benefiting from this explosion in interest in bear hunting as well. Many Canadian outfitters are booking up a year or 2 in advance, and there's a lot of people in North America that have disposable income more than ever before. People have the money. Hunters are becoming of the age where they have the time and the money to go on these hunts. So there's more people than ever that have the ability to go and spend $4,000 to $5,000 on a bear hunt and travel to Canada and experience an exciting adventure. And you contrast that to the fact that some of these other hunts like elk hunts and moose hunts Sheep hunts are $50,000 or more now for a sheep hunt in a lot of cases. Elk and moose are $20,000, $30,000. There's a lot of other animals that the prices of these hunts have gotten so high, but the bear hunts are reasonable for the average person that has some disposable income. And as the age of these hunters has grown, we're at the tail end of the baby boomers now, that they have the disposable income, and then the next generation, they've got money to spend. And what a great way to spend it. Go to Canada on a bear hunt and experience the excitement of hunting black bears. And of course, number 5 is the fact that there is such an abundance of information right now, and you can become successful fairly quickly. When I started bear baiting 25 years ago, there wasn't hardly any information on how to bait bears and use the strategies that actually work, and it was really, really difficult. But now there's just an abundance of information online. I just talked to a guy the other day. He told me that back in the early 2000s, he hunted bears for 5 years, and he only got one small bear because he couldn't get the big bears to come in during the daylight. Well, now there's YouTube videos that explain why that is, what you might be doing wrong. This channel right here has probably a dozen videos on the best locations and why that affects whether or not the bears will come in during the daylight. You can just search on this channel for how to get nocturnal bears to come in the daylight, and you'll find strategic information, and that information's right at your fingertips, and it's free. There's so much information out there. There's bulletin boards you can go on and ask questions, and you got successful hunters that will come on there and help you. The information is right at your fingertips, and it's at no cost, so you can start out and you don't have to take years and years to learn how to do it the hard way. You can just learn from the people that are already successful. That's my opinion on why the popularity of bear hunting is growing so much in the last 10 to 15 years, and I don't see it letting up anytime soon because the bear population is really expanding. In fact, there's a video right here that'll tell you about where the bear population is expanding and the reasons that I believe that there's more bears than there ever have been in the last century. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.